Water though soft can penetrate mountains and earth. This clearly shows the principle of softness overcoming hardness. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and your water becomes clear? Do you believe the universe is disturbed? Go into the desert at night and gaze at the stars. This practice should answer your question. He who can control others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is even more potent. The wise man is square but not harsh, honest but not harmful, straight but not rigid, bright but not blinding. Recognizing your lack of understanding is a virtue. Failing to recognize it is a flaw. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. From wonder to wonder existence unfolds. The best warrior never succumbs to anger. If you don't alter your course, you may end up where you're heading. A good traveler has no rigid plans and doesn't insist on arriving. Stop thinking and your problems will cease. To perceive things in the seed, that's true genius. Be as cautious with the end as you are with the beginning. The further one travels, the less one understands. When goodness is lost, morality remains. The Tao is elusive, yet it nourishes and completes all things. When men lost their comprehension of the Tao, intelligence appeared, bringing hypocrisy with it. The more laws and order are highlighted, the more thieves and robbers there will be. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. If you try to alter it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it and you will lose it. He who acquires has little, he who disperses has much. If you wish to guide them, you must position yourself behind them. The music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Doing nothing is better than being occupied with doing nothing. When you accept yourself, the entire world accepts you. An excessively sharpened sword cannot endure. Genuine words aren't ornate, ornate words aren't genuine. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. If you don't value rare treasures, you'll deter others from stealing. Worry about what others think and you'll forever be their captive. A fierce wind doesn't last the entire morning, a sudden rain doesn't last the whole day. When you are at peace with loss, the loss is endured willingly. He who knows he has enough is wealthy. Perseverance is a sign of willpower. He who endures where he is persists. To die but not be forgotten is to be eternally present. Nature doesn't possess human sentiment. Respond to anger with virtue. Tackle difficulties while they are still easy. Manage the large while it is still small. Major accomplishments are the sum of minor efforts. I have only 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. The strong and mighty lie beneath the ground. A wise traveler leaves no footprints. The fragile and weak dance in the breeze above. Loss is not as devastating as the desire for more. Silence serves as a source of immense strength. The way of heaven is to assist and not to harm. Spring arrives and the grass grows of its own accord. What is firmly planted cannot be uprooted. The heart that gives collects. Composure is the master of instability. At the core of your being you possess the answer. You know who you are and what you want. If you understand that all things change, there is nothing you will cling to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't accomplish. Those who flow with life understand they need no other force. Water is fluid, soft and yielding, yet water will erode rock which is unyielding and hard. This presents a paradox. What is soft is strong. He who acts ruins, he who grasps loses. A wise man acknowledges what he doesn't know. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few who agree with him. When the student is prepared, the teacher will appear. When the student is truly prepared, the teacher will vanish. If you wish to lead, then act as if you were at the back. For gaining knowledge, add things daily. For gaining wisdom, remove things every day. When pure sincerity takes shape within, it is outwardly realized in other people's hearts. The path you can discuss is not the path you can traverse. When everyone recognizes beauty as beauty, the concept of ugliness emerges. When everyone recognizes good as good, the concept of evil arises. The most complex problems in life initially start as simple. Grand affairs always start small. Some lose and yet gain, others gain and yet lose. Knowing when to yield is a sign of strength. Not seeking, not expecting, she is present and can accept all things. Chanting is no holier than listening to the murmur of a stream, counting prayer beads no more sacred than simply breathing religious robes, no more spiritual than work clothes. There is no illusion greater than fear. If I had a bit of wisdom, I would walk the great path and fear only deviating from it. With few there is achievement, with much there is confusion. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will overflow. Keep sharpening your knife and it will become dull. He who recognizes that enough is enough will always have plenty. There is no greater risk than underestimating your adversary. Life and death are interconnected, the same thread seen from different perspectives. Governing a large nation is akin to cooking a small fish. Excessive handling will ruin it. People often fail when they're on the brink of success in their undertakings. If one remains as cautious at the end as he was at the start, there will be no failure. I do not involve myself with gods and spirits, neither good nor evil, nor do I serve any. From caring courage emerges. Be satisfied with what you possess. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there's nothing missing, the entire world belongs to you. The key to growth is the incorporation of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. By letting go, all tasks get accomplished. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. When there's no desire, all things are at peace. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. To grasp something, you must first open your hand, let go. When you're content to be yourself and don't compete or compare, you will be respected by everyone. Do not use force to conquer the world, as it only breeds resistance. Thorns sprout where an army passes. Years of suffering follow a major victory. Only do what needs to be done without using violence. What a caterpillar perceives as the end, the rest of the world sees as a butterfly. The master watches the world but trusts his inner vision. He lets things come and go. He values what's within over what's without. It's wiser to avoid overfilling a container than to struggle with it when it's full. Our foes are not monsters but human beings just like us. There's no catastrophe worse than discontentment. There's no misfortune greater than greed. Ambition is grounded on one end, even if it aspires to reach the heavens. The universe's eternity comes from its selflessness. It gives life to others through transformation. A flame that shines twice as intensely lasts only half as long. One who protects with love will be safe. Heaven will guard and shield him with love. A scholar who values comfort excessively isn't deserving of the title. Being loved deeply by someone empowers you, whereas loving someone deeply instills courage. Ordinary individuals despise solitude. The master, however, embraces his isolation, understanding his unity with the universe. Love is the most potent of all passions, as it simultaneously affects the mind, heart, and senses. Go among the people, live with them, learn from them, cherish them. Courage is born from profound love. Life comprises a sequence of natural and spontaneous changes. Resisting them only breeds sorrow. Let reality be. Allow things to progress naturally as they should. Your positive future commences this very moment. You have the present. Every goal is attainable from here. If lightning signifies the gods' wrath, then the gods are primarily concerned about trees. Isn't it her selflessness that enables her perfection? The world belongs to those who release their grip. Simply stay in the center, observing, then forget that you're there. He who speaks more tires sooner. Once you have a thought, laugh at it. If you wish to understand me, look within your heart. A man with external courage dares to face death. A man with internal courage dares to live. Truth isn't always pleasing, nor are beautiful words always truthful. Allow muddy water to settle and it becomes clear. He who comprehends others is smart, he who understands himself is enlightened. The gentlest things in the world overcome the hardest. Through this I understand the advantage of inaction. Offer evil nothing to resist, and it will vanish on its own. Complete your task, then retreat. This is the only way to tranquility.